Solve x. If you see the x here, the x is in the powers. 3 to the power 2x plus 1. 3 to the power x. So x is in the powers. So first of all, what you need to know is, let's say a to the power m plus n. So what does that mean? This actually means a to the power m into a to the power n. If it is plus here, it means you have to multiply. For example, let's say 3 to the power 2 plus 1. This actually means 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 1. You can check 3 to the power 3, 2 plus 1 is 3 to the power 3. So here it will be 3 to the power 2 is 9, 9 into 3. So this is 27, this is 27. Okay. So there's another thing. If it is minus a to the power m minus n, it means a to the power m. If it is minus, division, a to the power m divided by a to the power n. That's it. This is the first thing you need to know. So 3 to the power 2x plus 1. So how you can write 3 to the power 2x into 3 to the power 1. Right. First step is finished. Minus 26 3 to the power x minus 9 is equal to 0. Right. So if you see here, it is 3 to the power x. If you see here, it is 3 to the power 2x. Okay. So we'll make this as same. Okay. How to do it? Let's say, okay. So the second thing you need to know is, the second law you need to know is, for example, a to the power, let's say b, whole thing to the power c. You can write this as a to the power b into c. A to the power b into c. You can write this as a into, sorry, a to the power b into c. Otherwise, for example, a to the power, if it is c, a to the power c, whole thing to the power b means, still you can write it as a to the power, just you have to multiply these two. So you can write it as b to the power b into c or c into b, whatever. So if you look at here, 3 to the power 2x, it means, what does that mean? You can write this as 3 to the power x to the power 2. So 3 to the power 1 is 3 minus 26, 3 to the power x minus 9 equal to 0. Right. Now if you look at here, these both are same. Right. So what you can do is, the idea you need to get is, if you look closely, it looks like a quadratic equation. It looks like a quadratic equation, but not in a way you like. What you can do is, let y equal to 3 to the power x. You just take y is equal to 3 to the power x. So how you can rewrite this? You can rewrite this as 3 to the power x is y. So y squared, there is a 3 in front. So 3y squared minus 26, 3 to the power x is y. So y minus 9 is equal to 0. Now you see a very simple quadratic equation. So this is usually called as a uh, hidden quadratic question or something like that, we call it. It means the quadratic equation is not directly revealed. You have to do something to get that quadratic equation. So now it is a quadratic equation. You can easily solve y. How you can solve? You have to find two numbers. If you add it, you have to get minus 26. If you multiply it, you have to get 3 into 9 minus 9. It means you have to, if you multiply it, you want to get minus 27, minus 27. So if you want to get minus 27, it means basically, like if you want the number 27, what you can do, 27 into 1 is 27. So if you put a minus here, minus 27 into 1 is minus 27. If you add these two numbers, minus 27 plus 1 is minus 26. So these are the two numbers. So what you can do is 3y squared minus 27. We are breaking this into two parts. Minus 27y plus 1y minus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so minus 27y plus y is minus 26. Same thing. Okay, right. Now what you can do? You can, if you see these two, you can take 3y as common. Take 3y as common. So 3y into y is 3y squared. So 3y into y is 3y squared. Right, minus. Here it is minus, so put minus. So 3y into how much is 27y? 3y into 9. 9 into 3y, 27y. Right. Plus y minus 9. So you can put y minus 9. So here it will be 1 equal to 0. So 3y plus 1. Write it 3y plus 1. Here y minus 9. Right. Now if you look at two things are getting multiplied. Two things are getting multiplied and you are getting a 0. So 1 need to be 0. It means, like for example, 0 into 5 is 0. So 0 into 10, 0. So if you want to get a 0, either like 1 need to be 0 or both need to be 0. Okay. So this need to be 0. 3y plus 1 equal to 0, or this need to be 0, y minus 9. Then only you can get a 0. If you multiply a number by 0 only, you will get 0. So this need to be 0. Okay. So 3y is equal to minus 1. So y is equal to minus 1 over 3, or y is equal to, if you bring that 9 that side, it will be 9. So two answers: y is equal to minus 1 over 3, or y is equal to 9. So the problem here is many students stop here. Okay, they find the answer like, okay, I solved it, they stop here. But the question is solve x. Y is something we took, y is something like we wrote. So the actual question is solve x. So what is y? Y is equal to 3 to the power x. Now we found y. There are two cases. Case 1 is y is equal to 9. What we got? We got 9. Okay. So 9 is equal to 3 to the power x. So you can write 9 as 3 to the power 2. So x is basically 2. Right. This is one answer. Case 2. Case 2 is y is equal to minus 1 over 3. Here you see, we got minus 1 over 3. So 3 to the power x is minus 1 over 3. So how to solve this? This is the problem. The next problem. So if you see, this is a positive number. 3 means a positive number. For example, 3 to the power 1 is 3. 3 to the power 2 is 9. 3 to the power 3 is 27. So you are not getting a negative number. If you are going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 like that, you are not going to get a minus number here. So let's put something like negative number. 3 to the power minus 1. So what is 3 to the power minus 1? It is 1 over 3 to the power 1. It means 1 over 3. It means 1 over 3. Let's say 3 to the power minus 2. It means 1 over 3 to the power 2. So it will be 1 over 9. So now also I know you are not getting minus number. So for a positive number, to like for a positive number to the power of a real number, like for if it is a positive number, basically any real number, if there is a power, you can't get a negative. The only way to get a negative, here also it need to be negative, here also it need to be negative, then only you can get a negative. Otherwise here you this cannot be happen. Okay, this can't be happening. So it has no real solution. Okay, it's better to write the reason. Any positive number to the power of a real number, okay, any positive number raised to any real power can never result in a negative number. You can write this. Okay, it always better to write the reasons. Therefore this has no real solutions. So the answer is x is equal to 2. That's it. X is equal to 2. Here you see, big x is equal to 2. That is the answer. So I hope you understood. If there are any doubts or anything, you can put it in the comments. So thanks.